Hey guys, Crystal here, back with a Pokemon Shining Pearl. We are here in Sandgem Town, but we did get part way through this route. We just, I did one of the battles, but I ran back to heal. And here we have our trusty Turtwig Tortimer, because we are doing a grass type only team. But moving on, we have, I believe, one more battle on this route before we reach Jubilife. And as I teased at the end of last time, we are probably getting a new team member in this episode because it is coming up pretty soon. I know where all the team members are. They're all waiting for me. But here we go. Yeah, growl at me. I find it weird that Leafage is a physical attack because, like, it looks like he's shooting leaves, which kind of makes me think special, but then again, the animation makes me feel like Leafage is basically Razor Leaf, which I think Razor Leaf is special, so maybe like Leafage is the more physical version of that. I don't know. Sometimes physical special doesn't always make as much sense as you'd think it would, but that's just whatever. At least it's better than Once Upon a Time before the physical special split, when it was just all moves of a certain type were physical or special. There is one more trainer here. I forgot about this guy. But also there are two different things that come to my mind when people say physical special split. First, there's the fact that the actual stats had instead of attack, special attack, defense, special defense, there was attack, defense, and then just a special stat, which was special attack and special defense combined. I believe that only applied in Gen 1 and I think Gen 2, and then switched to having special attack and special defense in Gen 3. So it meant that in Gen 1, some Pokemon, you know, they would just have high special, which meant high special attack and special defense, particularly the psychic types, which is why people say psychic was so broken and overpowered in Gen 1 because of things like that. Also the lack of weaknesses, because it was only weak to bug. It was supposed to be weak to ghost, but it kind of wasn't in Gen 1. Oh yeah, because the only damage dealing ghost move was like, they were like fixed damage in something. But I think it was also something wrong with the coding where it's like, it was supposed to be weak to ghost, but it just wasn't. Also, funny little fact, I keep going off on tangents, but I guess I'm supposed to. Funny little fact, in Sabrina's gym, there's an NPC who tells you psychic types fear only bugs and ghosts, which is reflective of the fact that psychic was supposed to be weak to ghost, but it wasn't. Funnily enough, in Yellow, when they were making Yellow, they caught on to this and they tried to fix it, but they couldn't exactly fix the weakness because they needed Yellow to be like compatible with Red and Blue in terms of like link battles and all. I don't believe... Oh, there is an item over here. So obviously you can't change the type matchups in one game or else link battles just would not work because the games would argue about what damage it should do. So their way to sort of fix it was they did notice that NPC in Sabrina's gym. So in Yellow, they changed that NPC's dialogue to say psychic types fear only bugs. And no mention of ghosts. So yeah, that. But I got off topic again because I was talking about the physical special thing. So yeah, that is why psychic types felt so strong and broken. He's saying I should have caught Pokemon by now, but no, because the team members that I want were not on that route. So I'm not going to go around catching everything like some Let's Players do, because they would just get sent to the PC. And I'm just going to catch the ones that are going to be on my team. I do love how, even though it's a remake, they did fix it so that you don't need the HM moves on your Pokemon. But anyway, the physical special thing. There's the thing where I'm gonna not talk to Barry and go see these children first, because they have battles for me. Actually, maybe I could come back to them after I get my other team member to train it. Yes. I'll talk to Barry now. But anyway, there's physical special split in terms of when there was just a stat called special that was special attack and special defense, and that split in Gen 3. But the actual physical special split that people talk about happened in Gen 4, which is when each move individually could be physical or special. Before that, all moves of certain types were physical or special. The easy way that I could remember it was all of these special moves, the types for special moves, were actually, I'm going to go do that Poketch thing, were all of the EV evolutions plus Dragon. No, seriously. There's water, electric, fire, psychic, dark, and grass and ice. Those types, all their moves were special. And then all the other types were physical. At least in Gens 1, 2, 3. Where's the third clown? Not over there. Is it? There he is. Also, this is supposed to be answering a question, but I've just been mashing A, and the answer is yes every time. So that's why I didn't really show the question. I'm sure these questions are great for, like, if it's someone's first Pokemon game, but, like, you know. Yeah, so because you don't have a bottom screen here, they put it on the R button. You click it, brings it up there. You can even bring it up bigger. Click the button to change the screen. So far we just have the clock, a calculator, a pedometer. Nobody uses the pedometer except when people used to do that glitch on the bike where you end up in the void and stuff, because I think you need to count the steps for that. And we have our team screen, which I think I might keep on there, but I think the Poketch does go away from that corner if you ignore it. But anyway, up here we have a Shinx, but that's not who we're catching because we are only using grass types. Sorry Shinx, you're cute and overall a pretty good team member. I think the Shinx line is pretty popular in the Sinnoh games. It's probably up there with one of the most popular on a Sinnoh team. But I am not using it. I don't know if I used it that much growing up. I know someone who used the most repeated team ever, and it involved a Shinx. But I believe this grass has a Bidoof, whatever you call it. So growing up, I always said Bidoof, but I don't think that's correct. It's one of those ones where you know it's not correct, but you keep saying it, you know. I've heard other people say Bidoof. I think that might actually be the correct one, but I got used to saying Bidoof growing up. I don't know. At least we're getting some level ups. Not that we need them, because the first gym is weak to grass, so we're gonna breeze through that. Can I please have... Alright, now we have a Starly. Okay, but it is changing each time. It's a different one each time. So, next time, can I get the one that I want, please? Right, we're beating everything in like 2 hits now. Come on. Alright, can I please have the encounter that I want? I'll get this item. Paralyze heal. Okay. No, it's another Starly. Oh my god. This is getting repetitive, so I might actually cut to when I find it. I might. Yeah, you guys don't need to see me, battling all these encounters. I'm going to cut right now, and I will see you when I find the encounter that I want. Finally! Oh my god, you guys, this took so many tries. Here it is, Butter. I am not going to attack it because I don't want to risk killing it. But it's so low level, it should just get in the ball. It should. There we go! I honestly don't remember how many tries this took, but I could count in editing and pop it on screen if you're curious. This should not have taken this long, because I friggin' looked it up, and it's only a 25% encounter rate. I say only, that's pretty good. It's not like I was trying to get something that's 1%. I'm gonna name him Drew. You probably know why. But yeah, it's not like I was looking for something with a friggin' 1% encounter rate. I didn't mean to go down to options. I meant to swap Drew up here and take a look at him. He's got Absorb, okay. Not the best, but it'll do. Growth, okay, raise the stat. Stun Spore is always good. And makes the target's ability insomnia? Okay, that just means they won't sleep. Like, why? But why? You know? What's the point of Worry Seed? I'm sure some people have found a good use for it. I just don't see the point. I probably didn't need to come here and heal. Turtwig is fine-ish, but I did anyway. Oops. But here we go. We have Drew the Butter. It rhymes. Okay. That took so long, longer than it should, but let's talk to these children, because they want to battle you. And, you know, no reason not to get some experience. Also, I'm pretty sure they give you an item afterwards. This kid's name is Harrison, which means he should have a Blaziken. I'm just kidding. But that's what the name reminds me of. Because back when we didn't have, like, all of the DVDs of every season, one of the DVDs that we did have was of the Johto League Silver Conference. So I watched the hell out of that. And the big long battle with Harrison, you know, Pikachu versus Kecleon, and then poor Bayleaf went up against like 2 fire types. Oh shit, synchronize. Oh well. Let's give us some growth before I attack again. Or not. Nobody moves this turn. Oh, that reminds me, there was this one time where I was playing and I had a Gardevoir on my team, and I went up against a Slacking, which meant, because Gardevoir had not Synchronize, Trace, where you copy the ability. But the thing is, the loafing around turns were not alternating. that if it was alternating, it'd just be, alright, my turn, your turn. But it wasn't. They were loafing around on the same turn. So it was basically just skip the turn. It was like a normal battle, which was fine by me, but other players would have been like, why did you send out the Gardevoir when, like, you could have had 2 turns for his 1? But, like, whatever, I still did it. Whatever. There might have been, last time I played Omega Ruby, against Norman, because he probably has a slacking. I don't know. Ooh, Drew's not doing the best. He's doing alright, plus Absorb heals. I think I'll keep him in. That Charge Beam has been annoying, though. Yep, there's another one, but I think he'll survive. Oh, barely. Maybe I should switch. Oh, we'll see. Absorb is going to heal some. Oh, critical. Oh, he's only at 3, though. I'm not going to risk it. I mean, if I'm lucky, Abra would be stuck with Paralyze, and then I'd attack first, but I'm not going to risk it. So here's Tortimer to save the day. Just give it a tackle. That's all it needs. Yeah, okay. I made that way harder than it needed to be, because I could have swapped as soon as Drew got paralyzed, but I friggin' didn't. Growth, that's always good. Always good to up those stats. Wait, does growth do both physical and special, or just special? I feel like it'd have to do both, otherwise why would they have Turtwig learn it on level up? Because he's more of a physical... Yeah, it raises both. It raises both, which is good if you've got a mixed attacker who uses both physical and special, then you can raise both, and then it doesn't matter which attack you're gonna use. But yeah, let's go back in here and battle the other kid. This one. Yeah, these should not be hard. They really shouldn't. I just dragged that one out. Okay, she's throwing that ball, but she has another ball on her school bag, unless that's just like a spare one or an ornament or whatever. Because she only has the one Pokemon. Oh, do not use Stun Spore, do not, because it's gonna synchronize again. Yeah, Electric doesn't do much on, oh, but it raises the special attack. That's why it was getting stronger each time. How did I not notice that before? Okay, maybe one more growth and then I'll just start absorbing. I mean, Budu is meant to be kind of weak. It's a baby Pokemon. But once it gets trained up a bit, you know, Roselia and Roserade are alright. Budu is not the one that I was talking about in the first episode when I said that certain members of this planned team are not the best. But because I'm doing grass types only, I have a very limited pool of options in this in this challenge run, in the Sinnoh decks, which, you know, that's kind of the point. Which is why they are going to evolve. I have had times where I considered combining the Monotype challenge with the No Evolving challenge, but I don't want to make it too hard, because then you'd just see me struggling, and I'd just have to be grinding to insanely high levels, so it's just... Oh, I don't know if I want to risk it. I might just switch again. I'm just going to switch, because I don't know if that Charge Beam will kill Budu, so... Yeah. So, there was one time just where I did try to combine both. I did Monotype and no evolving. I did fire types, and it was actually in Shining Pearl. You may be wondering how, because the whole point of Sinnoh is that there are no fire types. But it was because I transferred them in from a completed save that had access to the national decks. Oh wait, talk to this boy. He's got the prize. TM10. If I remember, is this going to be Swift? Work up. Okay. Don't know why I thought Swift. What does work up do again? I know it increases some stat, but... Oh, both attack and special attack. Then how is it any different from friggin' growth? Which Tortimer already has, so no point teaching it. But, so I did fire types in Shining Pearl because I transferred them. You might think, oh, but if you get them from a different save, they'll be disobedient. Haha, here's the fun thing I discovered. So they count as not yours if you trade them, but they are yours if you hatch them. So you can just trade over eggs. So what I did was I grabbed evolved forms of the team I had planned, and breeded them to get the eggs. Then I asked someone to be a middleman, because my file was on, it was one file. I sent the eggs to the middleman, and then I erased my file. And then once I played to the point where you're allowed to trade, not sure what point that is. It might be just after you get the not national decks, after you get the Pokedex, something like that. Once you're allowed to trade, then I asked the guy to send me those eggs. Oh, well, obviously it had to be once you're able to catch Pokemon, because I had to catch some trading fodder. But, yeah, and I got him to trade me back those eggs, hatch them in my game, and then so they didn't count as traded, because they hatched in my game. So they belonged to me, no disobedience issues. And I had a team of 6 fire types, which are ones where, you can trade them over and they can be in this game, just they're not in the Sinnoh decks. I think there was a Charmander in there, a Cyndaquil, a Magby, and I'm forgetting the rest. But they were not allowed to evolve. So later on, they were really struggling. And I never actually finished that playthrough because I got stuck on the league. Now, I got past so many tricky hurdles, such as when Cyrus had a Gyarados, which, that's just death. But I somehow got past that. I never beat the league because although I could beat Aaron, Bertha, yeah, good luck. Yeah, no, Bertha, oh my god, the Quagsire. Water and ground, screw you fire types, But anyway, I thought I'd come up here and battle these trainers first, even though you're supposed to head to Oreburgh. Just because, why not? They're here. You can go up this way a little bit, but then you get blocked by, I believe it's Strength or Rock Smash. I forget which one. Yeah, because you're not supposed to go up that way yet. You're supposed to go to Oreburgh. Okay, he doesn't just have a Magikarp. He's also got a Starly, which I hope it does not have a flying move. At level 5, I don't think it would, But still, Absorb is gonna suck. So I should have switched when it asked me if I want to switch. Now I have to waste a turn. Because I am gonna just switch to Tautomar, who can use Tackle. Because otherwise that Absorb is just gonna suck. It's just using Quick Attack. If it had a flying move, it would have gone for it. That reminds me, in Gen 1, the AI was so dumb because it was programmed where if they have a super effective move, they will always use that. Which leads to issues where, like, they'll just, if you are weak to Psychic, they'll just spam Rest because, hey look, a Psychic move! That's super effective, right? Even though it's not a damage dealing move. But Gen 1's AI was, you know. There are other generations that have some crappy AI. Again, Grass on Grass is not the best. I'm just gonna switch to Tautomar and just take it out with Tackle. Then again, we were equally bad, so, my Badu probably would have won, but whatever. That one's level 7, mine's level 8, so I guess mine probably would have been stronger, but whatever. Let's just take it out easily with Tautomar, Tackle. Oh, Poison Point! Oh, that's so annoying. Does mine also have Poison Point? I mean, you might think, well, obviously if that one does, mine would, but Pokemon tend to have 2 abilities that they can pick from, except in cases like the starters where it's guaranteed. But yeah, do I have... Where does it say? Where does it say? Yes, I do have Poison Point. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Funny story. One time when I played, let me see how far this goes. When I played Omega Ruby not too long ago, I had a Delcatty on my team. And for some reason, I just assumed that it had Cute Charm. And somehow never even noticed that the Cute Charm never actually activated until I was doing the league, and that's when I somehow noticed Normalize, which is the stupidest, okay, maybe not the stupidest, but one of the stupidest abilities ever. I say not the stupidest because there could be others I'm not remembering, but why Normalize? That meant all along I was never ever getting super effective damage for any of my moves on my super diverse moveset that I managed to give it, because Normalize, like, okay, it means any move gets stabbed because it's a normal type, but like, why? You know, why? But why would you want every move to be normal type? Normal type is not even good against anything, so it just means you never get super effective damage. Anyway, I think I'm going to heal, and I think I'm actually going to end it off here, and next time we're going to head for Oreburgh. Yeah. I'm not sure how long this video got, but I think this is a good stopping point, so nope, don't talk again. One of my favorite changes in a ROM hack was the simple change that after they've healed you, it turns you to face away so that you can't accidentally hit A again and talk again, which is the greatest change ever. But anyway, we're gonna end it off here. So, yeah, I'll see you next time for Oreburgh City and other things as well. See you next time, guys.